I don't blame people for being scared. Not at all. Hey, sometimes I'm a little shaky. Well, of course, I'm human. But we must not give in to fear. You might call me a fearmonger. I'm not. I'm just presenting it as it is. As it is. If it sounds harsh, well, again, what I say is nothing compared to what we face. There's going to be some major changes here on Earth. Major changes. We're going to have a nasty climate. Very bad climate. It's going to be very cold. Better prepare for that. And when it's very cold, crops is not really, flourishing. That's going to drop a lot of flies, meaning humans, animals too. It's going to be grim. They're washing up on their shores, dropping from the sky. They're lying in thousands in rivers, or in millions. But upon being scared, don't you really feel something inside you, that something is amiss? Something is just not right. You can't point your finger at it. You just have this feeling. Well, go up and look at that sky. Keep looking at it. Look at the stars. Look where they're supposed to be and not where they are. Because they are not in the right positions. Stars are missing one night, appearing the other night, like something is wrong. So I kind of have this idea that they are really cloaking, blocking our perception of what we see up there. And they're doing that with the chemtrails. You've seen the golden colors in the sun. Something is showing around the sun. Something is showing on the moon. You can see that here. Heaven is much different than we have been told. Much different. I think it's a barrage of beautiful colors out there. Why not? He made it perfect. Perfect. And when you think about all this mystery about the moon, and the things I present about the moon, and what others also present about the moon, which indicate that there's absolute activity on up in the moon. Well, you see it here. See it right here. Look at those shapes down there. Doesn't it look like there is something going on? Pay attention. Pay real good attention to the environment right there. You see, it looks like a city. The outline. Vast. You see that? Some interesting features. But even if you're scared, pick up your wits. You'll need them. And you'll need them in moments' notice. No hesitation. You're not going back to get something. You just pick it up and you go. You have to. Take a look at this thing here coming up in the middle in a second. Right there. This elongated thing. Jive Bob, I know you will watch this. I would like you to take a very good look at that because you can get real close. This one, elongated thing that looks like it got wings. Kinda. It looks like a cross. You see that one? I would like you to take a real good look in that environment there and see what you can spot. This looks a little too square, too precise, too not random in pattern. Please take a look at that. Bear in mind, my picture is flipped upside down, so you might want to search in the opposite direction. But yeah, even though all this mystery, ain't our good old moon beautiful? I think it is. It's almost unreal, isn't it? Unreal. Look at these clear brown colors. Brown, not gray, brown. Question is, these dark areas here, are they actual water or are they deep trenches? It's a good question. Because no light seems to come from it. And if you look at this grid over the surface here and the entire area here, it kind of look like those exact same diagrams and squares as you see here on planet Earth. And right now, looking at it, I'm convinced that's what they do. Look at that. Look at that pattern there. Okay? It just looks like it. It's in squares. And they triangulate towards the upper left. See, they run into the middle of that black dot. Not that this had anything to do with it. Just happened to be a black dot. That's interesting. But it does look like in some areas there's kind of like a veil over it. It kind of obscures what I'm looking at, even though you can see I'm in focus. I've got absolute good terminator here. You see this? Look at these colors there in the edge. What is that? Is that the same blue colors as I've showed you in my pictures? These sparkling blue colors? I don't know. This is just beautiful. Hey, maybe when we get rid of those fallen ones, maybe we can go visit the moon. Who knows? Actually see what it is. Maybe you can actually breathe out in space. Maybe you have this suit on which provides little protection because you're outside the Earth's ozone layer. So you will definitely get some radiation, and they're sitting in their tent crafts up there for a longer period of time, being exposed in direct sunlight. No protection from our atmosphere. That's quite interesting, isn't it? Is it really that dangerous out there? It might not be. It might be cold, and that's why they have a heat suit on that keeps them warm. I can believe in that. It might just be that, no, maybe they can't breathe, but maybe they can on the moon. So as long as they're out there, they can't breathe, but come on, if the sun is really that dangerous, right, and the ozone layer is the only protection from us and extinction, right, how can it be they can be out there, beyond protection? That really puzzles me. That just don't make sense, does it? And they went even further away and closer to the sun because they went to the moon, right? Fascinating little planet that is. Even though I'm sure that they are up there, the fallen ones, I've all my life thought the moon was beautiful and special. That's the only attraction I have to the moon. Well, those up there, they can take a hike and get out of here. You're not wanted. Very interesting features. They're almost 3D, right? You see that? This is staggering. How do you do it, NASA, when you produce pictures of the moon? How do you make them look so dead? I would like to learn that trick. Can someone please help me with that? This is amazing, what an illusion they can create. But here you have the truth. This planet is not so lifeless. This planet is teeming. It's a planet, it's not a moon. I call it a planet. That's Nibiru. There you have it. It's right in front of you. Right? You can't see the forest before because of trees, right? That's where the Anunnaki comes from. And maybe they have a technology on that moon they can triangulate and create some serious destruction here on Earth.